Okay, I said I wanted to pull cards on Vietnam communism versus China communism. Not sure exactly how I can... Well, let's just see what happens. If it... I don't know if I'm asking it the right way, but at the center of it, we have the holding on to power, leadership, okay? Leadership, when it comes to daily stuff, how they're suited up, what it is, what's fruitful, what's not. Going into it, we have the hardcore ideologies in the past. What we have now is looking forward to long-term benefit, slowly building. We have the challenge of sharing what's being put out to the people, okay? So, okay, so I see on this side is the Communist of China. Their very hard ideology, which was coming down, and they want to make the long-term benefit, okay? But it's now at a kind of a stall, a standstill, versus Vietnam, which is more sharing and more geared toward the people, the family of people. Above it, we have about prosperity, okay? So on the China side, we have the message. They put out a message. On the Vietnamese side, we have the Pandora's box. Okay, we have the emotional stuff and, you know, what's there, what's contained there. Yeah, let's see. Again, underneath of it, we have the sharing when it comes to the people. On the China side, we have what they're pushing, what they're trying to sell with their message, hardcore messages. And in the Vietnamese side, it's trying to have strengthen things, keep the lid on difficult times, and sharing with the people. So a very different ideology when it comes between the two of them, okay? I'm not going to pull what's underneath of it because I don't know about, well, we could see investigation about what's coming forward, manipulation, whatever. Moving forward rapidly, we have tower moments and judgments. The light, shedding light, and the arguments on both sides. We have the abuses of power. Abuses of power versus moving it forward. So it's looking like it's looking more like it's one versus the other. One looks deeper and one is about more of the manipulation of it. Moving forward rapidly, we had tower moments and judgments, how each of them fared with the people. One sheds light. They are having the arguments about abuses of power. So one wants to control with abuses of power, and the other one wants to go forward, okay? So a very different ideology between the two of them, okay? Now, I don't know if we can do this way, but we'll see. At the center of it, it's about the power. Above it, about the power, okay? And about benefit, the message about long-term benefit or not. Emotionally, we have what's being pushed, and we have what they're trying to keep a lid on and what they're trying to do, helping, sharing when it comes to the families in Vietnam. Here we have mentally, we have in the communist China, it's more about just really putting those ideals out that just lay people out. We have their abuse of power versus Vietnam, which wants to move their people forward. What's rapidly coming is the arguments. Okay, so they're not really in alignment with each other. Underneath of it all, we have the sharing the people. Vietnam wants to strengthen. We have looking deeper is about manipulation, China manipulation. We have tower moments and then judgments. Now, I think that this has, and it's shedding light on things. We had Vietnam, and after it was done, they said, don't blame the Americans, and we'll come together and shed light on it. But in communist, it's about they want the tower moment and judgment, okay? And make America the enemy, okay? So that, even though they're both communist, it's very different mentality behind it and structure. Now I'm going to put a link up that has some comparisons between Vietnam and China by people that had actually been in both that know the differences between them. We're going to do a 3-card pull and just see something else. That's about the kind of a nightmare scenario. Okay, the burdens now that are going on. And when it comes to the power struggle. So I think this has to do with China. People are not happy with what's going on now in China. There's a feeling of an abuse of power. Now, they're looking for some new opportunity, and underneath of it, trying to figure out how to go forward. So the people of China, you know, with what they did with opening up the dams and flooding and killing all those people, and then the economy is going right down the tubes and all that stuff. They are not happy with the leadership in communist China. Let's see for Vietnam. We have some secrets, some hidden things perhaps about new opportunities coming in, what they're looking, and justice. Okay, so there might be some still secret, talks going on about new opportunities for the people. Okay, for the people of Vietnam. And they're looking at the cup, how it's overflowing, what's the benefit that they have. Again, now this was the Pandora's box, and the difficulty, maybe some difficulties, and they're looking to try to establish this peaceful relationships for the people that would benefit the people of Vietnam. So it looks like negotiations are going on, secret negotiations are going on behind the scenes, so they could come to some balance in this injustice. What a very different view between communist China and communist Vietnam. One, the people are really desperately unhappy now, and the other one, the government is in secret negotiations trying to benefit the people. Okay. I got trying to hook this up. Yeah, well, take it off. I'll do that in a minute. Put this back on in a second. So yeah, a very big difference between the two, between communist China and communist Vietnam. So I'm going to put some links in here, a couple of links, and One is by Lao Wei. What is it, Lao Wei? Is it 89 or 80? 86. Lao Wei, 86. Now I know this guy has lived in China, and there's another one there also that has lived in China for at least, I think it was at least 10 years. And they're both married to Chinese women, and so they know the happenings in communist China, and I think that they have also spent some time in Vietnam, so they have a very good understanding of what's going on between the two countries. So on that note, I'm going to leave that here, and we'll see you online.